Alright, so this is the first lesson from Unit 2 on solubility and solutions. What we're going to look at here, hopefully you guys have read over the notes. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go over the examples here at the end of the third page on dissociation. Now, in case you didn't get it from the notes, yes, you do have to know most of these terms. They could show up on the test as good like what-if questions or matching questions. But dissociation is all about taking a compound, adding it to water, and watching it dissolve pretty much. Okay, so if you took, let's say, salt, sodium chloride, sodium chloride. Now, when you're doing dissociation, you have to include the state, so it's a solid. And now, I'm putting it with the double arrows to show that it's in equilibrium, because as it dissolves, actual bonds will break apart, but at the same time, as we learned in what we're learning now with equilibrium, they're actually going to go back and reform the bonds, forming salt again. So it's just not a complete dissolving. There's actually molecules there that will be reforming into a solid. And what it looks like is when you dissolve it, so you're adding water to it all, you're going to get sodium, which is then aqueous. When we show the charge, it's +1, and you get chloride, which is -1, and its state is aqueous. Okay, so +1 and -1, and that's the first one. Let me switch the angle here so you can see it better. Then I'll do two more examples just to go over them. So then there's magnesium chloride. I'm going to do magnesium chloride. Magnesium has 2 chlorides, and it's a solid as well. So we can do the double arrow. You don't have to put the H2O in there over the arrows if you don't want to. I'm just doing it as a visual aid to kind of help. It's what I'll do with the in class as well. It just helps to remember that it's being dissolved into water. So what you're going to get is you're going to get magnesium, which is going to be aqueous. And it's going to be +2. And now the chlorine is a -1, still an aqueous. That's a Q, by the way, not a G. But you have to look and make sure your solution's balanced, or your thing's balanced. Here I have 2 chlorines, and here I only have 1. So what I have to do is, just put a 2 there. It's just a quick balance, okay? Hopefully I don't have to over-explain that. Now, the last one I'm going to do is a little more complicated. It's going to be magnesium chloride. It's a solid, but it's going to be a hydrate. And I'll make that dihydrate. Now, I don't know if you guys remember hydrates from Chem 20 or not, but remember that's anything with just water molecules added to it. Now what this one looks like, once again, I draw my arrows. Sorry if I'm not keeping the camera on everything like I should. It's just a little hard to do this over an iPhone. So once I break it up, so I add the H2O, I'm not going to write it down this time, but it's going to look like this. Same as before. Grab a pen. Okay, so you get Mg, aqueous, +2, plus chloride, which is also going to be aqueous, and I balance it. So far it looks the same. Now, what is that water going to do to that hydrate, the water? In it, nothing. So we just write it here at the end. +2 H2O. So just like that. The hydrate doesn't change a thing. You just include it in the beginning and at the end. Okay, so you guys should be able to do the assignment then. Good luck.